Hello, welcome to Yoga with Katie. Today is going to be a flow class. So we're going to come to a comfortable seated position. Setting up nice and tall. Close your eyes for a moment. Taking a few calming breaths. When you inhale, belly and chest rise like a balloon. And when you exhale, draw the belly button back to the spine. Staying very calm, relaxed, and still in the present moment, in your own little world. Bringing awareness that you have arrived on the yoga mat, getting ready for today's class. Now we're going to slowly open up the eyes. Inhale your arms up above the head. Turn the palm out, exhale down. Deep, deep inhale through your nose and deep, deep exhale through your nose. We never hold our breath. Inhale to lengthen the spine, tall and long. Exhale down. One more. Inhale the arms up. Reach for the sky. Exhale down. Hands on the thighs, sitting up nice and tall. Stretching out the neck, next, ear to shoulder, extend the opposite arm out. Using the same hand to guide or support the head. Lengthening, stretch. Relieve any tension that you may have. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. And now we'll go to do the other side. Ear to shoulder, extend the opposite arm out. Using the same hand to guide or support the head, stretch. If there's any stiffness in your neck, any clicking sound, just stay here for a little bit longer. No need to rush. Couple more breaths here. And we're going to slowly come back to center. Take an inhale to center, exhale to overlook the right shoulder. Only go to where you're comfortable. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side. Slowly come back to center, chin up, head back. And then chin to chest. Slowly come back to center. Take a breath here. And we're going to look at the right armpit, slightly tuck the chin in, 45-degree angle, looking down. Slowly come back to center, and we're going to look at the other armpit, slightly tuck the chin in, 45-degree angle, looking down. Slowly come back to center, shoulder stretch, right arm up and across, pull back, creating resistance. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking forward. Pull back, sitting up nice and tall. Feel the stretch in the shoulder joint. Now we'll slowly release. Same arm up, we'll lengthen first. Place the palm behind the back. Use the other hand to guide out. Tricep stretch, chin up, looking forward. If you can bind hands behind your back, go ahead, binding hands behind your back. Slowly release, shake it out the other side. Arm up and across, pull back. Creating resistance, chin is away from the body, eyes looking forward. Slowly release, same arm up, lengthen first, place the palm behind your back. Use the other hand to guide out, tricep stretch. If you can bind hands behind your back, go ahead, bind your hands behind your back. And don't worry if you're not able to do this. Try to bring the hands closer together. Slowly release, shake it out. Hands on the shoulders, elbows in, elbows out. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Feel the pinch in your shoulder blades. Opening up lung, heart, chest. Improving your posture. Now we're going to slowly come back to center, coming into a big circular motion. Try to bring the elbows close together. Inhale one way, exhale the other. Go the other way. oiling the shoulder joint. Increase flexibility, mobility in the shoulder. Now we slowly come back to center. Inhale your arms up to lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to twist, opposite hand, opposite thigh. Slowly turn, overlooking your shoulder, looking at the back, turning the neck is round. We're going to inhale to prepare, lengthening the spine. Exhale to turn a little bit more, using the front hand to help you turn. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. Don't let go of the front hand. Inhale the other arm, forming a crescent, looking up. Slowly, slowly release the other side. Opposite hand, opposite thigh. The other arm up and over. Bring it directly behind your spine. We're going to keep turning. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to turn. Turning the neck as well. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring the body back to center. Don't let go of the front hand. Inhale the other arm up, forming a crescent, looking up. Slowly, slowly release. Hands on your thighs. Feel nice and tall. And we're going to come to a torso turn, shoulder roll. Slowly, slowly, gradually, do a bigger and bigger torso turn. Moving your shoulders as well. Warming up the spine. Be mindful not to pull a back muscle. One more round. When you're in the center position, go the other way, reverse, touching all 4 corners of the space. So you can start out with small circle first, and gradually do a deeper and deeper circular motion. The head remains stationary. One more round. And we'll slowly, slowly come back to center to release. Inhale your arms up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, bow down. Walking the fingers forward, elbows off the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Forehead down. Keeping your neck and your spine in one straight line. And we will stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly walking the hands back. Coming into a neutral tabletop. Spread all your fingers. Wrists underneath the shoulder. Knees underneath the hip. Top of the feet on the mat. Neutral spine. When you're ready, you can go into cat and cow. So inhale, drop your belly, chin up, look up into a cat. Exhale, round your back as much as you can. Pull your belly in tight, looking down into a cat. So we're gonna do this a few times. At your own breath and your own pace. Inhale one way, exhale again. Connecting your breath with your movement. Creating spaces between vertebrae. Can also help you with relief back pain. So we're going to do it 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. One last one. Inhale to count. Exhale to count. Slowly, slowly come back to neutral spine, swing side to side, release tension in your wrist. We're going to take an inhale, center, exhale, turn over the right hip, squeeze the shoulder and hip together, let the hip drop. Inhale, center, exhale to the other side, forming a C shape in your spine, let the hip drop. Inhale, center, one more side, exhale to the right. Squeeze. Inhale, center, exhale to the left. Slowly, slowly come back to center, swing side to side, release tension in your wrist. Coming into arm balance, bird dog, right arm and left leg out, right thumb to the sky, back toes down, core strong. Neck and spine in one straight line, and we're going to hold it here for 3, 2, One, if you need to release, release. Otherwise, we turn and grab hold of the back foot. Lifting the foot up so that the thigh is parallel to the mat. Slowly, slowly release. Swing side to side. And we're going to repeat on the other side. Left arm and right leg out. Left thumb to the sky. Back toes down. Reach and stretch. Left thumb to the sky. Back toes down. And we're going to squeeze our abs in tight for 3, 2, 1. If you need to release, release. Otherwise, return and grab both back foot. Lifting it up so that the thigh is parallel to the mat. Slowly, slowly release. Swing side to side. We're going to cut the needle next. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, we'll slide through the opening, dropping the right shoulder down. Left arm can be out in front of you or wrapped around your waist. Now you can stay here if you like and extend the left leg out on your toes or off the mat. Any variation you like to challenge this out. Don't worry about raising the back leg if you find that this is challenging to balance. Both hips are level. Very little weights in the head and neck. All the body weight is in the right shoulder. So be mindful for those who have shoulder issues, knee issues, or any issues at all. One more breath, and we're going to slowly, slowly release. Using the left hand to push yourself up. And we're going to repeat on the other side. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, slide through the opening, dropping the left shoulder down. Right arm can be out in front of you or wrapped around your waist. Now you can stay here if you like and extend the right leg out on your toes or off the mat. Any variation you like to challenge yourself. Don't worry about raising the back leg if you find that this is challenging to balance. And we'll stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly release. Using the right hand to push yourself up. Swing side to side. Release tension in your wrist. Now we'll slowly transition to come lie down on our stomach for back extension. So take your time to set yourself up. Legs are hip width apart, hands by your chest. When you press on the top of the feet, kneecaps automatically comes off. When you're ready, lifting the hand chest up, hands off. So we're going to inhale up, exhale down. 5 times at your own breath and your own pace. Inhale one way, exhale. Connecting your breath with your movement. All the poses lying down on the stomach will hopefully strengthen lower back muscles to support your spine. One last one. Slowly, slowly come down. Extend your arms forward. We're going to come to a Superman. Forehead down, kneecaps up. When you're ready, lifting the arms off. If you can, leg and thigh off. Reach into opposite direction, looking down. And we'll stay here for 5 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly and gently release everything down. Bring your arms behind your back, going into locust. If you can interlace the finger, go ahead. Alternatively, arm by your side, not touching the body. When you're ready, lifting the hand chest up, knuckles towards the heels, leg and thigh off. Looking down, and we're going to stay here for 5, 3, 2, 1. Slowly and gently release everything down. Once you've come all the way down, we're going to go into crocodile. So arms are in T, shoulder height. Legs are apart as wide as the mat, left cheek on the mat, bending the right knee, drawing closer right elbow. Make yourself completely flat. As we stretch out the left side of the neck and opening up the right hip. So mount yourself into the mat. relax. One more breath here. We're going to transition to wing on the ground. So we're going to keep the left arm the way it is on the floor. We're going to gently roll over to the side of the bottom. Bottom leg straight, top leg bend. Top leg can be in front or behind the straight leg. Top arm can stay on the mat or wrap around the waist, your choice. I'm using my block as a pillow to elevate my head so that my neck and my spine are in alignment. So all the body weight is on the left shoulder. If this is causing you a whole lot of pain and discomfort, you can slowly come out of it. Wing on the ground. One more breath, and we're going to slowly release. Gently roll yourself back to the center of the mat and retrieve the left arm. Stack your hands on top of each other, bend both knees, windshield wiper. You can either have chin down or forehead down. Feel the slight movement in your lower back, your butt swaying side to side. Now we're going to slowly come back to center to release. From here, we're going to go into a bow, B-O-W, grab a hold of one ankle or both ankle. If you're doing one ankle at a time, extend the opposite arm out. If you're doing both ankles, don't open up the thighs too much. Bottom of your feet towards the sky, lifting the hand chest up, thigh up. If you want to rock, rock. Side to side, forward, backwards. Massaging internal organs. Slowly come back to center to release. Coming into a seal, legs up hard as wide as the mat. Come up on your forearm. Align the elbow with the shoulder. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking forward. Feel the stretch in this lower back region. Now, if you have severe back pain, if this is causing you a whole lot of discomfort, you can slowly come down. So for those who wish to try pushing yourself up to the head level, go ahead. Once again, listen to your body always to avoid injuries. Shoulders relax, eyes looking forward. Staying here for 3, 2, 1, slowly and gently. Release everything down. Once you come all the way down, we will go crocodile on the other side. So arms out in T, shoulder height. Right cheek on the mat. Bending the left knee. Draw it close to the left elbow. If you need knee support, you can place your knee pad, towel, or cushion to support the left knee. Melt yourself into the mat. Just relax. One more breath here. And we're going to transition to wing on the ground. So keep the right arm the way it is on the floor. Slowly transition to come lie down your side. Bottom leg straight, top leg bend. Top leg can be in front or behind the straight leg. I'm going to bring my block as a pillow. Elevating my head. keeping the neck and the spine in one straight line. Now you feel tingling down, all the way down to your right fingers. You may be on the nerve, and you can adjust or come out of the pose. I'm grabbing the left foot with my left hand. So any variation, you can have the top hand on the mat. Top foot can be in front or behind the straight leg. Any variation you like to try and decide. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly release. Roll back to the center of the mat and retrieve the right arm. And we'll stack the hands on top of each other, legs are hip width apart, and we're going to wiggle the butt side to side. Relieve any tension that you may have. So hopefully all these poses lying down the stomach will help you to strengthen lower back muscles to support your spine. Couple more breaths here. And we'll slowly, slowly release, pushing yourself back up. We're going to go into a child pose to counter. Knees apart, big toes to touch. Send the hip down onto the heels. Forehead down, walking the fingers forward. Elbows off the mat. Shoulders are relaxed. Try to sit back as much as you can. If you have very stiff ankle joint or hip joint, you're not able to rest the forehead on your mat. You can rest the forehead on stacked hands, stacked fists, or on your block, and that would be more accessible to sink the hip down. We are massaging internal organs, massaging the third eye, lengthening the spine, stretching our back muscles. One more breath here, and we're going to slowly, slowly pushing ourselves back up. We're going to get ready to come up. So we'll meet you in down dog. Spread all your fingers, tuck your toes, lift your hips high, high up. Coming into a down dog, upside down ladder reef. Meaty part of your palm, bridge of your hands, all 10 fingertips on the mat. Walking the dog out by alternating, bending the knees, mountain climbing, bicycling, stretching our hamstrings, opening up the shoulder joint, lengthening the spine. I'm going to do this for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly walk forward towards the hands. And now you're in a forward bend. All 10 toes facing in front, legs are hip width. Leg and stomach rest on your thighs. Lengthening the spine, stretching our lower back muscles. Let the blood go the other way for a moment. Then go here. Just be mindful that head is below heart. So if you have high blood pressure, low blood pressure, vertigo, if you don't feel well, you need to slowly come out of this. Gently shake yes with the head. Gently shake no. One more breath, we'll get ready to come up. So forward bend is also a good one to do if you have back pain, as we lengthen the spine, stretching our back muscles. We're going to inhale to halfway up. Exhale to slowly rise up, one vertebrae at a time. Let your blood pressure get adjusted. After you've come all the way up, we're going to go back bend to counter. Interlace the finger behind. Knuckles down and away from you. Lifting chin up and head back. We're not pushing the hip forward. Shoulders and hips are level. Chin is away from the body. Feel the pinch of your shoulder blades. Opening up that heart chest. Stimulating thyroid gland. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly, slowly release. Shake it out. Coming into crescent moon. All 10 toes facing in front, next side hip width. Inhale your arms up, palm touch. Release index finger, grow tall. Exhale, bend towards the right side. Shoulders and hips are level. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking up. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale. See if you can bend a little bit more. Stimulating meridian points, acupuncture point. Feel the stretch in the side of your body. I'm going to inhale, lengthen. Exhale to the other side. Shoulders and hips are level. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking up. Side body long. Slowly, slowly come back to center. And down by the side. Shake it out. Shoulder roll. Alternating. One up and one down. Go the other way. Slowly release. Shake it out. Getting ready for sun salutation. So top of your mat. Big toes to touch. Align the edge of your feet to the edge of the mat. So listen to your body always to avoid injuries. Inhale your arms up. Back bend. Exhale. Forward bend. Inhale halfway up to a flat back. Hands on shin. Eyes looking forward. Exhale, hands on mat. Step or hop back into a plank. Shifting the weight forward. Beginners can drop your knees. Tap your elbow by your side to come down. Immediately slide up to cobra for beginners. Or up dog. Shoulders relax. Eyes looking up. Exhale. You can fall back on the knees. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips high, high up. Coming into a down dog. We're staying here for 5 breaths. Middle index finger facing forward. Separate your feet 2 feet apart, not too wide, not too narrow. Align your ears by your inner arms. Eyes are looking at your toes. One more breath here. We look between the hands, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale halfway up to flat back. Exhale, forward bend. Slightly bend the knees. Inhale your arms all the way up. Palm touch. Back bend. And then I'm down by your side. Into mountain pose. Tall and strong in mountain. Continue. Inhale your arms up. Upward salute. Back bend. Exhale. Forward bend. Inhale halfway up to a flat back. Exhale, hands on mat. Step or hop back into a plank. Shifting the weight forward. Chaturanga is all one breath. Elbows lower than the shoulders. Immediately slide up to up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Take your time to stand up, lifting the hips high, high up. Shoulders are external rotation, elbows are internal rotation, eye of the elbow facing each other. We're going to come to low lunge on the right side. So inhale, right foot forward towards the right hand. Left knee on the mat. I'm placing a knee pad underneath my left knee for support. Square the hip to the front. Arms up. Holding onto your arm. Palm facing each other. Pinky slightly curved in. Shoulders relax down from the knees. Eyes looking up. Place the palm together. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to sink. Slide back, bend, looking up. Feel the stretch in the left hip flexor. One more breath. I'm going to slowly, slowly release. Left arm forward. right arm back. Turn and look at the back. Stabilize yourself. Feel free to come up on the back toes. Slowly, slowly come back to center. Left hand on your mat. Right arm up. Open up the top hand. Look at the top thumb. Lift and stretch. Slowly, slowly release the top hand. Both hands on the back toe side. Heel toe, walking the right foot out to the edge of the mat. Feel free to come on the baby toe side with it. Rocking forward, backwards, side to open up the right hip more. Now we get ready for a twisted dragon. So we're going to bend into the back leg. Inhale the right arm up. Open up the body. You can either wrap the top arm around the waist or reach for the back foot. Coming into a twisted dragon. Be mindful of anyone who has any knee issues, wrist, elbow, or shoulder issues. Listen to your body always to avoid injuries. Do what you can today. And we're going to slowly, slowly release. Hands on mat. Heel toe, walking the right foot back to the center of the mat. Getting ready for the twist. So we're going to turn the body to the right side. Left elbow on the outside of the thigh. Hands in prayer, press the palm together. Turn and look at the top elbow. Stomach not resting on the thigh. Those who can come up on the back toes, go ahead. Feel free to open up your arms to create more resistance. One more breath. Slowly, slowly bring the body back to center. Hands on the mat. Make your way to the back of the mat for hamstring stretch. Come sit down. Point the right toes up to the ceiling. Square the hip to the front. Inhale the left arm up to lengthen. Exhale, we're going to hinge forward, grow longer. Holding on to any part of the leg for the toe. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking forward. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, stomach come down a little bit more. Neck is long, spine is straight, chin is away from the body. Eyes looking at toes. If you have very tight hamstrings, slightly bend the right knee. Now we're going to slowly, slowly come back up to release. Coming into a seated twist, bringing the back leg on the outside of the straight leg. Opposite arm, opposite knee. Draw it close to the body. Sit up tall. Left arm up and over. Bring it directly behind your spine or wrap around your waist. Front arm can be a stop sign hand, prayer hands. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to turn a little bit more. Turning the neck as well. And we will stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring the body to the opposite side. Bow down, counter twist. Bending the elbows, more room to come down as we stretch out lower back and oblique, the side of the body. One more breath, and we slowly, slowly come back up. Straighten out the legs. Bounce it a few times. Get the flesh out from your butt. Hands by your side, point the toes up to the ceiling. Staff pose. Shoulders are relaxed. Chin is away from the body. Eyes looking forward. Getting ready for a double leg forward bend. We're going to inhale the arms up to lengthen. Exhale, we're going to hinge. Leading with the chest. Pray soon your hands will be beyond your feet. Holding on to any part of the feet, the legs will release the hands on either side. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking at toes. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, stomach come down a little bit more. Neck is long, spine is straight. Eyes looking forward towards the toes. One more breath, and we're going to slowly, slowly release. We're going to repeat everything on the other side. So take your time to come up, and we're going to set up for low lunge. So on this side, right knee is on the mat. Feel free to move your knee support to the other side. Left knee forward, knee on top of ankle between second and third toe. Don't wobble in or out. Square the hip to the front when you're ready. Arms up, holding onto your ball. Palm facing each other, pinky slightly curving, shoulders relaxed down from the ears, eyes looking up. Place the palm together, release index finger, inhale to lengthen, exhale to sink. Slide back bend, looking up. Feel the stretch in the right hip flexor. One more breath here, we're going to slowly release. Getting ready for the twist. Right arm forward, left arm back. Turn and look at the back. Stabilize yourself. Slowly, slowly release. Right hand on the mat, left arm up. Reach for the sky, looking up. Slowly release the top hand. Both hands on the back toe side. Heel toe, walking the left foot out to the edge of the mat. Feel free to come on the baby toe side of the foot. Rocking forward, backward, side to side to open up the left hip bone. Those who can come down the forearms and up on the back toes, go ahead. Now, this is causing you a whole lot of pain and discomfort. Slowly push yourself back up to the hand level. So listen to your body always to avoid injuries. Everybody has different body type, ability. So feel free to adjust, adapt, modify the poses to suit your needs. Do what you can today. Now we're slowly, slowly pushing ourselves back up. Setting ourselves up for the twisted dragon. Bending into the back leg. Inhale the left arm up. Open up the body. Wrap the top arm around the waist. Or reach for the back foot. Coming into a twisted dragon. If you're not able to do this, no problem. Just wrap the top arm around your waist. Don't worry about raising the back leg. Be mindful for those who have knee, wrist, elbow, or shoulder issues. Now we're going to slowly bring the body back to the center. Hands on mat. Heel toe, walking the left foot back to the center of the mat. Getting ready for the twist. Turn the body to the left side. Right elbow on the outside of the thigh. Hands in prayer, press the palm together. Turn and look at the top elbow, stomach not resting on the thigh. Those who can come up on the back toes, go ahead, lifting the heel high up. Feel free to open up the arms for more resistance. Any variation you like to challenge yourself. You can also place the front hand by the front foot for more support. Slowly, slowly release. Make your way to the back of the mat for hamstring stretch. Take the time to come sit down. Point the left toes up to the ceiling. Inhale the right arm up to lengthen. Exhale, we hinge forward, grow longer. holding on to any part of the toe. Chin is away from the body, eyes looking forward. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, stomach come down a little bit more. Neck is long, spine is straight, but we're not dropping the head. Chin is away from the body. Entire unit has to come down. So stomach come down first, chest, that is the last thing. And if you have very tight hamstring, you can slightly bend the knee. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly rise up. Coming into seated twist, bringing the band leg on the outside of the straight leg. So beginning, you can stay here. If you can bend the bottom leg, go ahead. Both butts down, both feet on the ground. Opposite arm, opposite knee, draw it close to you. The other arm up and over. Bring it directly behind your spine. Front arm can be a stop sign hand, prayer hands. Any variation you like to chant this out. We're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale to turn a little bit more. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring the body to the opposite side. Bow down, counter twist. Bending elbows, more room to come down. As we stretch out lower back and oblique, the side of the body. Slowly, slowly come back up. Straighten out the legs. Bounce it a few times. And we'll continue with seated. If you need water, bounceable water. Bring the sole of your feet together. Wrap your hands around the ankle. Sitting up nice and tall. Rocking side to side. Finding your sitting bones. Fly like a butterfly. Fly about 10 times. Opening up the hip joint. Draw the heel close to you. Grab a hold of the big toe of the entire feet. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we're going to hinge forward, leading with the chest. Bring the elbows on the outside of the shin. Chin is away from the body. Eyes looking forward. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to fold. Opening up the hip joint. Stretching out the inner thighs. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold. Not forcing yourself to come down. So there's no force in this. We have to open up the hip joint before you can go anywhere. One more breath. Slowly, slowly rise up. Bring the knees together. Wrap your arms around your knees. Make yourself small. Inhale, chin up, head back. Exhale, chin to chest. Both ways we're stimulating thyroid gland. Release tension at the back of your neck. Decompressing the spine. Giving more spaces between C2 and C7. Slowly, slowly come back to center. Windshield wiper. Legs are hip width apart, hands behind you, finger facing the same way as your feet. And we're going to drop the knees from one side to the other side. Let it fall wherever it falls. Knees don't necessarily have to touch the mat. Hips can come off. Hip release. Now we'll open up and drop both knees to the right side. forming a 90 degree. Make sure the butt stay down. If you lift the hip off, you're not going to feel any stretch. So if you need support, you can place a towel or cushioning underneath the hip, just to make it a little bit comfortable. And you're going to feel the stretch here. Quadricep hip joint, looking at the opposite side. A little bit of discomfort. And we'll stay here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back to center. And we're going to raise your wiper a few times. Hip release. And when you're ready, we're going to drop both knee to the other side. So we're forming a 90 degree here. Adjust the angle to suit your needs. Now, if you lift the hip up, you're not going to feel anything. Try to get the hip down. So once again, you can use a towel or cushion for support. The stretch is here. Quadricep hip joint, looking at the opposite side. And we'll stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Slowly, slowly release. Windshield wiper a few more times. Hip release. Slowly, slowly come back to center. We're going to come to a wide leg. So we're going to have right leg straight, left leg bend. Bring it as close to the body as possible. Grab hold the ankle, the other hand, grab hold the big toe. So we're going to inhale to lift the straight leg up. Exhale to open. Balancing on your sitting bone. Popping the stomach and chest out. Hamstring stretch. Opening up the hip joint. Stretching the inner thighs. Now we're going to slowly bring the straight leg back to the center. Don't let go. Bring the other foot off the ground. Balancing on the sitting bones. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly release, switching side. Now this hand, grab a hold of the ankle. Make it as close to the body as possible. The other one, lift the leg up and open. Popping the stomach, chest out. Don't round, don't lean back. And you're going to feel the stretch in the inner thighs, stretching out the hamstring, opening up the hip joint. And we're slowly bring the leg back to the center, lifting it a little bit higher up. Bring the other foot off the ground. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. Very good. Slowly release. And now we're going to try our best to lift both legs off. Coming into a V-sit. When you're ready, open up. Popping the stomach and chest out. Opening up hip joints, stretching in the thighs. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly come back to center to release. Shake it out. And we will slowly transition to come lie down on your back for reclining poses. So if you need to have a sip of water, drink some water first before you lie down. Bend your knees. Your spine will automatically release. Keeping the natural curve in your lower back, arm down by your side, palm facing down. Close your eyes for a moment. Chin to chest. Let your body get used to lying on its back. And we're going to set ourselves up for the bridge pose. So knees are bent, 2 fists apart, don't open up too much. Walk the heel, close your fingertips. If you like to squeeze the block, place the block between your thighs. On the inhale, we're going to lift the hip high, high up, forming a bridge. Shine the chest up to the ceiling. All the weights in the shoulder, regular weights in the hand and neck. Engage your core abdominal muscles. Your quadricep and your glutes are firm. So we will stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to come up on the tippy toes, so lifting the hips even higher up. Inhale your arms up above the head, fingernails on the floor, keeping your hips high up. And we're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release down, back down by your side. Release the heel back down, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to release the spine down. Once you come all the way down, we're going to do a reclining windshield wiper. Let it fall wherever it falls. Hip release. Slowly, slowly come back to center, straighten out the legs, bounce it a few times. And now we'll come to wind releasing on the right side. Wrap your hands around the right knee, draw it close to the chest or armpit, give it a good squeeze. Massaging organs on the right side as well as ascending colon. So anytime you feel bloated or constipated, you can try wind releasing and see if it is going to help you. Staying here for 3, 2, and 1. From here, we're going to transition to spinal twist, right from our left thigh. Opposite hand, opposite thigh, slowly guide the top knee as close to the floor as possible. Right arm out, shoulder height, palm facing down. We're going to inhale to prepare, exhale to bring the knee, the top knee a little bit closer to the floor. Hips automatically comes up. Shoulder blade, upper body still on the mat. Stretch, strengthen, and tone the lower back muscles. Keeping your spine healthy and strong, especially if you have back pain. And we're going to stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, slowly bring everything back to the center. Straighten out the legs, bounce it a few times. We'll repeat wind releasing on the other side. Wrap your hands around the other knee. Draw it close to the chest or armpit. Give it a good squeeze. Massaging organs on the left side as well as descending colon. Anytime you feel bloated or constipated, you can try wind releasing and see if it is going to help you. Starting with the right leg first and then the left leg. From here, we're going to go into spinal twist. So left foot on right thigh, opposite hand, opposite thigh. Slowly guide the top knee as close to the floor as possible. Left arm out, shoulder height, palm facing down. Turn over the left side, your neck is good. Stretch, strengthening and toning the lower back muscles. Keeping your spine healthy and strong. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. And we're also creating spaces between L4 and L5. Feel free to stay in this pose for a little bit longer in your home practice. One more breath. I'm going to slowly and gently bring everything back to the center, straighten out the legs, bounce it a few times. Bend both knees, wrap your arms around the knees, rocking side to side, coming into a big circular motion if you like, covering a big area, massaging lower back and sacrum, also helping you to relieve back pain. Go the other way. Slowly, slowly come back to center. Lift your feet up to the sky, coming into happy baby. Bend both knees. Hands on the bottom of your feet, inner arch, outer arch. You can also hold on to the big toes or any part of the legs. Press down so that the knees are close to the armpit. Rocking side to side. Massaging the entire spine, entire back, opening up the hip joint. So happy baby is also a good one to do to relieve back pain. Now we'll slowly come back to center. Bring the legs together. Flex the feet. Let the blood circulate back to your heart, helping you with circulation. Energize the body. Once you have good blood circulation, it may improve your overall wellness, increase immunity level, improve digestion and sleep quality. Staying here for 3, 2, 1, and we will slowly and gently bring the legs back down. Once you come all the way down, bounce it a few times. Bend both knees, drop both knees to the right side, raise your right arm, and we're going to come lie down the side of our body. When you're ready, use your top hand to push yourself up. Coming into a comfortable seated position. Big hug, left yourself always. Wrap your arms around you. If you can go into eagle arm, lock the elbows, grab a hold of the thumb. You end up with the thumb facing your nose. Lift the elbows up and away from the body, forming an L shape. Slight back bend if you can. Slowly release. Big hug on the other side. Wrap your arms around you. If you can lock the elbows, grab a hold of the thumb. You end up with the thumb facing your nose. Lift the elbows up and away from the body, forming an L shape. Slight back bend if you can. Slowly release. Bring your hands to heart center. So thank you very much for joining me, sharing your energy with all of us, and letting me guide through the practice. Always my pleasure. Namaste.